What it do? We're back again. Episode 129 of The Grounded Show.
Yes, sir. And we live again, finally.
Yes, sir, man. It's been a little minute since we've been able to get together like this, but hey, man, it was worth the wait. We got a nice little setup here, you know what I'm saying? Different little vibes. So, you know, we
set it off right for the we call it new season.
Yeah, facts.
We can call it new season.
We definitely had like a reset recently. And even like some of the stuff that we're going to get into on the episode, just different things that have been happening in a dope way. So I'm definitely excited to hit this next chapter of the show, especially with the ideas that we got coming, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we going to get right into it this week because we've been gone too long. You heard me. But the big news that everybody already knows, everybody's kind of been talking about already, is aside from all the other crazy stuff going on, but the big news right now, Hulk Hogan, man.
Yeah, and it's tough because, you know, he had that controversy. He had his racial remarks, but you still got to admire that the legend he was in the ring and what he brought to the wrestling industry, entertainment industry. You hear all these dedications. He was literally internationally known, the first wrestler all around the world. He was one of the biggest stars in general outside of wrestling when he came out. And you got to give respect where respect is due outside of the negativity. He was a legend.
Yeah, we definitely going to get into both sides of it, ayo. But kind of starting with what you just said there, something about Hulk Hogan that I mentioned in the chat when it kind of first happened was Hulk Hogan is one of them people that nobody is going to be able to experience the type of fame that Hulk Hogan had, because people don't understand it now with the viral videos and all that. I mean, somebody, going to the corner to get their mail could have millions of views and everybody could recognize him nowadays, right? But with Hulk Hogan, bro, he was known around the world and people literally paid and went in thousands to see him.
And it wasn't just young kids, it was adults. Like,
bro, it was a whole spectrum of people. Like,
it was grown-ass people wanting to see this guy in person. They paid whatever the money was back then, go to the events. Like, this guy drew an audience like no other.
Yeah, and that's something that's a lot different than nowadays, because now you can make a whole bunch of money from your house. You know what I'm saying? Me as an artist, I don't necessarily have to tour. I don't have to do these certain things. If I try to attack my music a certain way, I can survive without that. Back then, that was the only option. You ain't had no other options. And just to think that this dude was so famous how he was, and like we talked about, he wasn't seen like that. Even in wrestling, like if you're a wrestling fan, you watch the regular shows every day. Back in the day, you wasn't seeing Hulk Hogan wrestling on TV.
No.
You might have seen an appearance. He might have came out and talked for a few minutes.
Yeah.
But you had to either pay for the pay-per-view or pull up to see him.
It wasn't closed circuit television like it is now.
Bro, and he was getting everybody to buy in and watch his stuff. Now, one of the arguments people say about wrestling is, like, to play devil's advocate, is this is at a time when there wasn't that much entertainment, kind of like we're speaking of. Mm-hmm. Even the TV had only a couple of channels. Like, you might have had 10 channels on your whole TV. Yeah. So if wrestling is one of them, it's almost like, it's almost like by default, it's going to be what you're going to watch, because you're not going to watch the news or, old person show or whatever. If you're a kid, you're going to watch the wrestling. So it was definitely that aspect of it. But at the same time, bro, the way this dude from the 80s, bro, this dude has been a worldwide icon from the 80s until he
started.
died.
He started in the 70s.
Yeah, man. But it's insane. Like, his run was so crazy. And it was like, when I say the 80s, I mean, like, that's when he was on top. Like, that's when he was Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? To go from,
American Dream,
82 or whatever it was, to 2025, where you're still like one of the most famous people in the world, you still a draw, you still got name value, bro, it's insane.
And like we talked about Cena's heel turn, a few episodes ago, and what do we compare it to?
The Hulk Hogan heel turn.
The Hulk Hogan heel turn. Like, he set the standards for how to get that pop in wrestling and how to get the crowd into you, even when you're late in your career, just like Cena is. You think, he's past his prime. There's nothing he can do now to entertain the crowd. Hogan found that way. Cena followed that blueprint.
Nah, facts. And a thing about Hogan that I realized in his passing is I'm not a big Hulk Hogan fan. Like, just watching him as a wrestler in the ring, I like more the attitude, the edge. Hulk Hogan was very like,
no, but that Hollywood Hogan
style.
When you joined the NWO,
I definitely was tapped in at that
That's
time.
when I became like a big, because like I said, he was before my time. Well, not too much before my time. I'm not that young, but when he became Hollywood Hogan and he came out with a dun 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 dun, like we used to do that shit in school,
revitalize his career.
Yeah, but like we used to mimic him, just coming out, just playing the guitar on the championship belt with the NWO tagged on it, like. That's legendary. I can't think of a wrestler now who has something like that with that longevity that still lasts to this day.
Yeah, it was insane, bro. The run was crazy. And what I wanted to kind of tie it up with is, like, as far as this part of Hulk Hogan, is Hogan was the guy that even if he wasn't your guy, you were even able to have a guy because of Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Because even talking about the NWO, bro, nobody's watching WCW if Hulk Hogan doesn't turn heel and become a bad guy with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Like, that was the only reason you was tuning in to see Sting, to see Goldberg, like all these people. If they were just there on their own, you would have been like, okay, whatever, that's cool.
Yeah.
But because Hogan was there doing what he was doing and the buzz that it created, it like opened that lane, like, for people to like the people in WCW and really like give the business a boom.
Yeah.
So it's like Hulk Hogan is the guy that came along at the right time, but took the business to a place that, like, if he didn't come along, wrestling might have still been like a circus type thing.
And I want to give another shout out because despite their relationship between Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage, rip both of them. For Savage to agree,
be a man, Hogan.
You know what I'm saying? No, but for Savage to agree, oh yeah, Randy Savage came out with a rap album. I don't think a lot of people know he has an actual rap album out there.
A whole album, bro.
Yeah,
and he got a Hulk Hogan diss on there. I got to check that out.
But that's what I'm saying. Amidst of all that, for him to agree to be the person that Hulk has his heel turned against and take that leg drop and sell it, he knew how big that moment was going to be and how it would revitalize what they were doing at that time. He knew. He's like, oh, I'll take that leg drop.
Yeah. Somebody had a hot take this week. Oh, man. I want to say it was Peter Rosenberg, but he said something kind of like, you only really cared about Macho Man because of Hogan.
Nah. I was a Macho Man fan just because he lived that persona.
Facts. I felt the same too. I'm like, yeah, Hogan definitely elevated Macho Man.
Oh yeah,
for sure, because of his star power, like we're talking about. But Macho Man was his own thing in his own right, bro.
Once he shined on his own, he was a Macho Man with like those outfits and the entrance and the way he talked. Like, people still talking like that to this day.
Literally, people that don't even know who Macho Man is.
The cream of the crop.
Yo, everybody got that macho voice.
You know what I'm saying?
Machos, man. Like you said, rest in peace, Macho Man too, man. It's crazy. Both of them gone now. Like, it's like a lot of people had that moment, like, dang, like the pieces of their childhood gone. You know what I mean? But to get into the other side of it, obviously, there's been a lot of discourse about Hogan with, like, the things that he's done in his past, the things he said. More than anything, I feel like the consensus is people wasn't I mean, they was mad about what he said for sure. But I think the thing that really got to people was the fact that they didn't never feel like he really was, like, really sorry about it.
Yeah.
You know
I don't think
he
had any remorse for it.
Yeah, like, he had a couple, like, Good Morning America apologies, which is like, bro, that's the default apology. Mm-hmm. And then the one that they talk about a lot is he went to the WWE locker room after it all happened, like a few years later, because he was, like, shunned, like he got fired from WWE, like he wasn't there for a while. When they finally brought him back years later, first thing that happened was they had like a wrestlers only meeting. And from everybody that has talked about it, they said basically the gist of his meeting was, watch out for the cameras, brother.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't get caught up talking like, bruh. First of all,
that's not what it's about.
Man up, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? First of all, come in here and say, man, what I said, you know, I'm embarrassed that I said it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely made me reflect. It's something that I'm never gonna do again, whatever the case is. Like, and people that haven't checked out, like, cause I hear another thing too, where a lot of people have a strong opinion of like, oh, nobody's gonna let nobody live nothing down. This man just died. This isn't that, bruh. He didn't say like regular racist things. He didn't just call someone the N-word and that's it. Like, go read the transcripts or listen to what he said. Like, dude said some super hatred stuff. Like, he even went as far as saying like, he wishes somebody would reincarnate as a black person so they can really be punished. Yeah. Like, bro, for you to say something like that, dog, that's not a mistake that you're just
it wasn't no euphemism.
Oh, exactly.
He definitely said some wild stuff.
Yeah, so it's like you have to be able to understand why people feel the way they feel about the situation.
And I don't blame him. Didn't he come in the last WrestleMania, or what was it? Was it Hall of Fame or WrestleMania, and everybody booed the shit out of him?
The Raw debut on Netflix.
They blew.
Hey, yo, they blew.
Yeah, they blew. Yeah, but everybody booed the hell out of him. Yep. Nobody wanted to see him.
Because they already, he's coming to sell his beer. Yeah. You know, the real American beer. Yeah. And these were your past comments. It's like, it's a bad look all the way around. And everybody just booed the man, and people are saying, man, that's crazy that his last appearance, the fans turned on him like that. No, bro, he turned on himself.
He put that on himself.
He had a real life heel turn, bro. Yeah. Like, for him
that's a great quote.
For him to say what he said.
Real life heel turn.
And then what he did after that, bro, it was like people was just done with him.
And he never made up for it. So.
Never had the baby face turn.
You can't blame the fans for that.
Nah, facts. So it is definitely a thing that's loaded. And honestly, at the end of the day, like, you understand both sides, bro. You understand both sides. I seen people getting in trouble on TikTok and stuff because they started getting into it on their streams, on their podcasts and stuff. And people just stepping out of line with the stuff they saying. You know what I mean? There was this one dude, I don't know who he is, some influencer dude, and he was like, yo, all the people that turned their back on Hulk Hogan, all the colored people and colored athletes that are posting him now, y'all owe him an apology and stuff. Like, bro, what was that about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I'll tell you right now, my wife doesn't watch wrestling, but she knows the news. So I was watching like the tribute to Hogan. She's like, why are you watching that? Nobody cares about him. And I was like, I get it. You heard that side, huh? I was like, you heard that, but I don't blame her. She doesn't watch wrestling. She doesn't know his legacy. That's the side she knows, and that's enough for her to not give a shit about him.
Especially when you like see the overview on social media. It's like you said, everybody's like, bro, F Hulk Hogan, dog. Yeah. Like, literally, some people are talking about this man. Like, I'm not gonna talk bad about him in the sense of like drag him that he's dead. Oh, this isn't that, whatever. It's like, bro. We know there's people that think like that and talk like that and act like that. And at the end of the day, you can separate it and realize what he meant to the wrestling business, but it don't mean you think dude was like your grandpa.
Oh,
you know
no, not at all.
Like,
not at all.
And it's like people don't know how to differentiate. And that's the thing that makes sometimes some of the stuff like when you're just talking sensible, it makes it like kind of boring because you can see both sides. But it's at the end of the day, like, that's how things are for real, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and it kind of ties back to all the conversations we have about artists. R. Kelly, Diddy, Chris Brown.
Exactly.
Can you take the artist away from their problems and just admire their music? Can you take Hogan away from his problem, just admire the legacy he had in the ring? A lot of people can't. They just can't do that. And you can't blame them for it, and that's fine. Everybody's going to feel their own way about it.
Yeah, facts. It's one of those things, bro, that, like, you bring it up and it could go either. It's almost like a political thing at this point.
And that's why I didn't post nothing. Like I said, I'll say it. He was a legend to me. I grew up watching him. I don't agree with his actions.
Of course.
But I'm talking about the man in the ring.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan, not Terry Bollea. I'm talking about Hulk Hogan. And I appreciate what Hulk Hogan did. And in the ring and the legacy and the doors he opened and the style he had and the swag he had and everything about him. The 24-inch pythons, like,
hey, yo.
Yeah, hey, yo.
The big snakes.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Booker T's over here is about to yell at him.
Yo, a crazy thing about the Hogan thing, not to... it's hard to compare the two situations. So I'm definitely not talking about the severity of what they did.
Yeah.
But to me, bro, it screams the Bill Cosby situation, bro.
Oh yeah, another one. There's another
one. Two guys that were so instrumental in people's childhoods, so instrumental in people growing up and everything, and both of them just failing miserably.
Yeah.
And you're just like, dang, bro, but I looked up to you, bro. Like Hulk Hogan, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. You seeing him working out. You're like, bro, I'm gonna get buff like Hulk Hogan. Like that was everybody's first fitness inspiration, bro. Was Hulk Hogan. You see Hulk Hogan posing, bro, and you see him working out in the little montages before the matches and everything, bro. It was one of them things that inspired you. And bro, same thing with Bill Cosby, bro. I always say it before, like I learned a lot. Like just as a man from the Cosby Show, like family values, like just life lessons, bro, from the Cosby Show. Like you feel like that dude is kind of like your dad growing up when you're a kid. You know what I mean? Because like he's giving you that wisdom, that game, like all the way through. And then for him to end up being the dirtbag that he was, bro, it's like,
it's tough.
Bro, it's the same as the Hogan thing. Like for you to admire this dude, and it's like, dang, bro, that's what the type of time he was on. Like. It's just super disappointing, man.
Real quick.
Don't meet your heroes, dog.
Speaking of Cosby, shout out to R.I.P. Theo Huxtable. Michael Jamal Warner.
R.I.P. Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. That was heartbreaking, man.
Theo Huxtable,
on vacation with your family.
That's rough. Hearing that story is rough.
Yeah, man. That one don't make stuff like that don't make no sense, bro. The fact that Bill Cosby was able to make a statement about him passing, that don't even make sense, dog.
Yeah.
Like that don't even feel right. Like that should it should be the other way around, bro.
Exactly.
Like that's insane, man. And I heard Charlemagne saying something that like it was so true, dog. He's like, stuff like that happens, bro, and it just tells you like to a certain point, karma ain't real, bro.
Yeah.
Because like from every account of people that knew this man, he was like a stand-up dude.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Family man. He have crazy values. Like, and for him to go down like that at 54, I think he was, dog, man. You hate to see it, man.
It sucks, man. That was tough to hear.
No, facts. And then you see, and that is proof that karma ain't real. Because then on the other side, you got Trump and Diddy.
Yo.
Trump over here, there's
this
stories.
This guy's handing out pardons like Uno cards right now.
Bruh. How an article, multiple articles, a whole bunch of people are covering it, saying that there's real serious talks in the White House to pardon Diddy before his sentencing, bro.
I don't know, man. Like I said, Trump's handing out pardons like Uno skip cards. I don't know the benefit. You know, what's the benefit of pardoning Diddy? Like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people he's pardoning. We won't get into that. We don't want to get into files and lists. But you know, I don't see the benefit of pardoning Diddy.
Bruh, a lot of people saying it's just a deflection right now. There's a lot of implications with it, bruh. And it's like, the way stuff is happening is such a like clownish, like soap opera way, bro, is like embarrassing, bro. It's just even to watch how it unfolds. Like, you don't even want to talk about real news because the real news sounds like clown stuff, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does.
Like back in the day, it was like, yeah, we're not going to talk about this. Let's talk about these facts and figures and these things that are going on. Like, nah, bro, like that's out the window. Like now the president is pardoning a dude that was like caught on video and on tape doing things that he was clearly guilty of. Like, what are we doing here, bro?
No, that's one I definitely don't think it's going to cause the kind of attention that he thinks it's going to cause. Diddy needs to serve his time. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an activist. I'm not in the law, but I'm saying Diddy, we've seen what Diddy did. He needs to serve his time. Bro. That's it. Serve your time, my dude. That's it. I don't think he should get pardoned at all.
Yeah, it's just crazy that we even talking about this like as a topic. Like, Buddy hasn't even been sentenced yet, and he's talking about pardoning him. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
No, that's wild. That's wild news to me.
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, there's just on that front, bro. Every day is a new circus, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's insane, man.
It is.
But yeah, man. Kind of to wrap things up. Last week, shout out to Clicklak, man. He just dropped a super dope project. He just dropped Ism. I don't know the exact idea of the project, so I'm just gonna call it a project because I don't know if it's an EP or an album exactly what it is. But I will say this: we went to his listening party. Friday it was.
Yeah, Plush.
Yeah, this past Friday at Plush. Shout out to Plush. Shout out to Clicklak and his team. Shout out to the people involved: Ian, Lou, Luxury Lane. I mean, they all went to work on this. Shout out to Guala. He got on there. He got a song on there as well. Shout out to Isaiah Falls on the project.
Yeah, that was fire.
It's one of them things, bro. He did it the right way. We got the invite, which was super dope. Shout out to Clicklak. Shout out to Unk. Definitely that connection there. And going out there and listening to the project on the way there, listening to the project there, kind of hearing from the people that was intimately involved with it, like what they were going for, the vibes of the sessions, how it kind of unfolded and everything, bro. It was super dope, man. Shout out to Ian, man. Ian really gave me a lot of good backstory on that whole situation and just how it all came together kind of organically, like just putting Luxury Lane with Clicklak and just the people that were kind of put in place to be part of the project and do their thing. It was just like I told Ian, bro, it's not often that it comes together so well.
Oh yeah,
that everybody's just on the same page and they're all on the top of their game and they really rolling and really coming together to make a dope project.
Yeah, it was dope because, like, I shout out to Unk, the cashiers, and you've always told me about Lou. You work with Lou. I've heard about Ian, but seeing them celebrate this project release as part of the project and not just them doing their jobs, they're engineers or producers or whatever. It's like, just another one that comes in, part of the factory and goes. They were there enjoying it and praising it and admiring the project they put together because it meant that much to all of them, to that whole entire group.
Yep.
And even Kasky was there. Shout out to Kasky.
Oh yeah, facts.
It was just a dope environment of a group of people who worked on a project, and you could tell that they all cared about it.
Yep. And you can hear it in the work, bro. The project is super dope. Yeah. They really paint the picture. You really like see and feel like a certain vibe with it when you're listening to it. I was telling Ian too, it's crazy because the way it sounds to me is almost like when you get to the last song, you could almost play it in reverse and it's still kind of give you the same vibe.
Resource sponsored. And that's what I'm like. There's just one thing that Clicklak did, and I told him because I heard it on the way there. When I saw him, he's like, they want that articulate pimp. So he knew how to adjust to the production to make sure he brought that best flow to the beats,
the poetry, bro.
And I think he did that very well.
Yep.
He made sure that each song, the vibe that production and that beat and everything should have, he matched his flow to that. And I think he did that really, really well.
Yeah, nah, facts. It's a super dope project. Everybody definitely go check that out. He's hometown, you know what I'm saying? Somebody out here doing it like that, bro. Everybody should definitely be tapped in. Yep. The project is super dope. Like
you can play. It's only 7 tracks. You could literally play it from front to back, no skips. Play it all the way through. If you're a smoker, you could light one up. If you're a drinker, you could pour one up.
And I know that I have a lot of Isaiah Falls fans in my circle. He got a song on here with him.
Skybox.
So if anything, at least check that joint out. So it'll give you that introduction to Clicklak's vibe, his flow, like the way that he comes on a track. Ayo. But definitely check it out.
Yeah, that one and Chick-fil-A, those are the top 2 tracks. On Apple Music.
Hard too,
Apple Music. He had that one line, you can never steal my chick, Scottie Pippen. Like, it's just some so nonchalant, but it's memorable. And I think he did a good job of hitting those punchlines like that.
Yeah, he was sliding all over that, bro. Shout out to Clicklak, man. That was a dope project. Everybody check that out because it's definitely something y'all need to have in y'all rotation for the summer going into the cold vibes. Like, it's gonna translate well, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the windows down type vibe. Like
exactly.
Either in the summer or even when it's cool, you just vibing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The windows down music is my music. That is what I live for. That is what I enjoy. Windows down, breeze blowing, having a good vibe, and just put something that matches that vibe. Ism is it.
Yeah, facts. Again, man, shout out to Clicklak and the whole team, bro. Y'all did y'all thing. The listening party was super dope. We appreciate the invite. Definitely, I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he's down to do an interview, man. Definitely talk to him about the project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get a little more in depth into it. Just even to talk to him about the process, because it was dope hearing it from Ian.
Yeah.
So I would definitely like to hear it from him and get some insight on the tracks and stuff. That'll be super dope.
Yeah, we got some plans, man. The Grinder Show got some plans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Y'all stay locked in, man. I know y'all been locked in because I've been hearing it a lot lately, man. So appreciate everybody that's been checking us out. Anything that we're going to announce is going to be coming real soon, yo, and we're going to make sure that everybody sees it. So just stay tapped in and stay
Sputter.